In this video, I'm going to be talking about DeepClaude, a tool that I found on x.com. It is basically a tool that brings together the best parts of the DeepSeek R1 model and the Claude 3.5 Sonnet model by using their APIs. I'll walk you through the setup process, and then we'll test it out to see if it's actually worth using. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really helps us out and ensures you won't miss any of the cool tools and tips we've got coming your way. This is the official GitHub repository for the DeepClaude tool. As you can see, they've described it as a high-performance LLM inference API with a chat UI that integrates DeepSeek's and R1's chain of thought, which is designed to deliver better performance. Down here, they've also included benchmarks from Ader's Polyglot benchmark, where you can clearly see that R1 plus Sonnet outperforms R1. However, these benchmarks don't really provide a fully accurate source of information. Before we move on to installing it, you can see that the install instructions are listed below. You'll need Rust 1.75 since the tool is built with it. You'll also need a DeepSeek API key and an Anthropic API key. First, using the git clone command, you'll clone the repository, then navigate inside the repository, and from there, you'll use this command to build the application, or more specifically, to build the backend. After that, you'll run this command to start the backend, and it will be up and running. Once that's done, navigate inside the front-end folder, run npm install, and then run npm run dev, which will start the server. Finally, click on the localhost link provided, and it will open up in your browser like this. This is the DeepClaude chat, so let's go ahead and check it out. It gives you an interface like this, where you can easily configure settings by entering your DeepSeek API key and Anthropic API key. And right below that, you've got some standard settings, including system prompts and configurations for both API keys. Now, one of the coolest things about this tool is that API requests are completely configurable in the code, meaning you can tweak pretty much anything you want. If you want to start a new chat, all you have to do is add a new chat. And up here, you'll see a list of multiple Claude models to choose from. All right, let me go ahead and enter my API keys, and then we'll test it out. I've entered my API keys, and you can see that I'm using the Claude 3.5 Sonnet model. The updated version is listed here with the corresponding dates. I've also added the DeepSeek key, so let's go ahead and try our first prompt. I'll just say, "Hi." All right, it looks like it's working. I've copied a prompt to create a React component for a code generator, so let's see how it handles that. I'll paste the prompt, and here's what I've asked it. I'm requesting the creation of a fun and interactive React component called a code generator. The component should fetch a random code from a list or an API, display it on the page, and include a smooth fade-in and fade-out animation. These are the specific instructions provided. Let's see how it performs. Now, I'm not sure if it has Claude artifacts like the Claude chat feature, so let's check if it displays the code correctly. If not, I'll have to display it myself. Okay, it looks like it provided the full code and all the required functionalities, along with instructions on the necessary dependencies. However, there's no automatic artifact display, so I'll have to set that up myself. So, this is the entire quote generator component that it generated. You can see there's a slight issue. The arrow is overlapping with the text, but that's not a big deal. It can be fixed quickly. Other than that, the animations are working as expected. You can easily add a quote to your favorites, delete it, and generate a new one. I haven't connected it to an API yet. Right now, it's just selecting from a predefined list of quotes. But aside from that, everything is functioning well. DeepClaude is an interesting new tool that combines the strengths of different AI models, but in practice, it's not very useful as a standalone chat interface. Without built-in artifacts or deeper integration, using it feels more complicated than convenient. While the concept is solid, its real potential would be as an extension for tools like Cursor or VS Code, where it could provide a more effective and practical experience.